Well, joining us live now is our correspondent, Sifon Essien, who has stayed with the story as it unfolded today. Thanks for being there, Sifon. Any response so far from the presidency on the early return of the IMN leader?
No response so far from the presidency, no response from the Department of State Services as regards the return of the IMN leader before the completion of treatment in India.
Okay, now, what more do we know about the circumstances that really led to this early return?
Well, he was not satisfied from what the videos he's released from India with the conditions for his treatment and the fact that a certain doctor he had wanted to attend to his medical needs was not the one at the end of the day that was mandated to do that at the hospital. And we also understand that the doctor he wanted wasn't or isn't a staff of that medical facility, and the hospital insisted that it was contrary to their practice to allow a doctor, who is not on their payroll to, attend to him, considering the sensitivity of his case and the fact that he's one who is in custody of the Nigerian government and being brought to their country for treatment.
There are indications.
Created a rift between him. That created a rift between him and the authorities, talking about Nigerian government and Indian government, and that brought his stay in India very short, and he had to return back to Nigeria for maybe medical treatment, as it appears.
Yes, indeed. And there are indications that IMN followers there in Abuja expressed some reservation about the way the DSS quickly whisked their leader away from the airport without allowing journalists to have a word or two with him. What can you say about that?
Well, this was a purely security operation by the DSS and the NIA. Remember, their operatives had been on the entourage of the IMN leader to India, returning back. It's the same operation, the same way they took him out of the country. It's purely a security operation. So, to that extent, they deployed all the faculties of their training to ensuring that they took him out of the airport without allowing journalists, to a large extent, except for those pictures that we have, to see the conditions under which he was taken out.
And any word yet from the DSS about the continued detention of El-Zakzaky, since from the get-go, the calls by his followers were for his unconditional release?
Well, no word yet from the Department of State Services to that regard, but we understand that since he left from their custody, he would be returning to their custody, pending when the courts decide on what to do in this matter.
Sifon Essien, our defense correspondent, as always, thank you very much.